The Tour de Cure special is proudly brought to you by Optus, powering the Tour de Cure. Tasmania, go behind the scenery and map your own Tassie story. Tourism Northeast, Victoria's premier cycling destination. Spirit of Tasmania, be a spirited traveller. And Tag Heuer, don't crack under pressure.
People ask me why we do it. My answer? Because we have to.
Cancer is a curse and it doesn't discriminate. And if we stop peddling, stop pushing for a cure, then we might as well admit defeat. From the very early days, the road has been long, seemingly endless. We've lost friends taken from us by this dreadful disease. Good people who inspired us to push on even harder. With the money we raise, a magic cure could be just around the next bend. We're not there yet, but we are making headway. Our mission is a world free from cancer. And that's why, after 11 years, we simply must keep peddling. We can't allow ourselves to stop.
You know, it was a shock. It was really hard news to get.
The last thing you expect is for him to have cancer.
Oh, look, I'm thrilled to be able to ride in Nathan's honour. I'm riding because Nathan can't.
It's been extremely difficult, you know.
What sort of emotions come up inside you when we say the word cancer?
It's almost like a swear word. Every time I turn up to a signature tour, in a way it's like it's the first one, but the importance of it, for me, it just doesn't fade.
I am well aware of the fact that life has been good to me. And now I'm trying to give something back to people. They are less fortunate in life.
Everyone's trained hard. Now it's time to put all that on the road.
Hi, I'm Mark Beretta, and this year Tour de Cure is hitting new heights. We're at Mount Hotham, the very pinnacle of Victoria's Alps, for a spectacular start to the 2017 tour. The final destination, our finish line, is 1,300 kilometres due south to Hobart. It's going to be a great ride, and we're starting from up here at the pinnacle of Victoria. Let's hope it's all downhill. We wish. Ready, guys? Let's go. Let's do it. We're rolling. See you guys. The locals are out this morning and it's just beautiful. You couldn't have got a better day in the high country. It's absolutely gorgeous. 105 riders split into 4 pelotons, 45 support crew and 42 guest riders. Our journey takes us all the way to the ocean along the awesome Great Alpine Road. We see the very best of Victoria. The rolling hills of Gippsland, the coastal beauty of Inverloch, and we find our sea legs aboard the Spirit of Tasmania. From there, it's all go to Hobart, taking in the splendour of the island state. First things first though, the longest day, all 182 kilometres of it.
Slow, slow, slow.
This is what the tour is all about. Beautiful open roads, great scenery, good mates, and a good time.
Lakes entrance. For a long time today, I didn't think I was going to make it here. Yeah! That was a tough, cramping, muscle-ripping, grueling day, but boy, we're here. We're doing it for a great cause. We've made it day one in the bag.
Congratulations to you all. Now let's go and have a swim and a beer.
Rolling, day two. Heading out. See you guys. Day two of the Tour de Cure, and the sun's coming up in Lakes entrance. It's gonna be a good day today. We just feel it. That's not all I can feel. Ow, my backside. Oh, damn, that hurts. Ow. There's a great old saying, don't quit when you're tired, quit when you're done. So we're gonna get it done day by day.
No, I don't wanna know where you've been or where you're going, but I know I won't be home and you'll be on your own. Who's gonna walk you through the dark side of the morning? Who's gonna rock you when the sun won't let you sleep? Who's waking up to drive you home when you're drunk and all alone? Who's gonna walk you through the dark side of the morning?
How could you beat this welcome, eh? The CFA turn it on. They've even got my favourite, the sausage sizzle. I'm in.
That's so good.
Also savouring the welcome,
Good job, Al. Well done.
Alan Rankin, the CFA's operations manager for the Sale District. He's given a fitting escort into his hometown. Alan vowed to ride Tour de Cure after losing a number of CFA members to cancer.
I wanted to send a message of hope and support to our volunteers that people do care, people want to make a difference, and we want to find a cure for this insidious disease.
This is Chris White's first Tour de Cure, and the Melbourne-based environmental scientist couldn't be happier.
You know, these are people that I'll end up riding with for years to come.
38-year-old Chris regularly rides to work, a round trip of 100 kilometres or so. But just a few short years ago, he was in the fight of his life. It started with an itch after a hiking trip, an itch that became excruciating.
I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it at first, but it just kept getting progressively worse and worse. In my sleep, I was, scratching my legs and doing it so violently that they'd bleed.
At the time, Chris and wife Cara were in the midst of planning their wedding and were frustrated by visits to doctors who had no answers. Then, on their honeymoon, Chris developed severe chest pain.
Cara's fear was that I was having a heart attack. I knew it wasn't that, but it was quite an intense pain.
Finally, after exhaustive research of their own, a scan revealed the truth. Chris was stricken with stage 4A Hodgkin lymphoma.
It was a shock. It was really hard news to get.
Oh, the last thing you expect is for him to have cancer. We we were very grateful that they had found it when they did, because they also told Chris that he only had maybe a month or so to live had it gone on any longer, because he had a tumour the size of a grapefruit in his chest.
Chris endured months of chemotherapy and was fortunate his number came up to be part of a trial for a drug showing promising results in the United States. That was the turning point.
It was the best news ever.
My doctors and my nurses at the Austin Hospital, and big shout out to the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Centre. They were incredible. You owe them your life.
For Chris and Cara, there was also another miracle. Chris was warned his cancer could severely harm his chances of ever having a child. But thanks to IVF, baby Leo was conceived.
We're so lucky to have him in our lives now, because it was very close to never happening.
He's a daily reminder of just how lucky we are.
Day 3 started a little bit differently in the new Air Force trainer. Wish we could do it in this.
We're guests of the RAAF base in East Sale, home of the famous roulettes. And one of our own top guns is really turning it on with our very own air show. But on the ground, a close shave in support of squadron leader Nicola Jensen.
We're going to take it off. You ready?
A routine medical when she returned from maternity leave revealed she had breast cancer, diagnosed days later as stage 4.
You don't know whether you have weeks, months, years to look forward to, so I think those first 4 or 5 days we really went through the most horrible of options and what that might mean for our family.
Husband Ben received Air Force approval to be at his wife's side.
The strength and grace that Nick has shown in dealing with this has been amazing. I certainly wouldn't be able to have coped with it to the same level of composure.
We're just grateful we're on top of it.
Against the wall, staring down an empty hall, deep down in the heart of the coming home like a
Back on the road, another emotional moment in Maffra for the CFA's Alan Rankin. A vintage fire truck rolled out for his arrival, plus a cheque for $1,000
We'd like to present you this cheque for $1,000.
raised by the local brigade in memory of 2 colleagues.
This is really more important to me than I thought it was. And to be able to give something back and let these people know that we care and that we support them and we want to find a cure for this bastard called cancer.
This part of Victoria has been so generous towards the cause. Everywhere we stop, people come up with a story and a donation. It's pretty special.
Up ahead, a painful lesson on the dangers of gravel roads.
Wendy's okay. She's just taken a bit of bark off her elbow. We're just about to roll.
Finally, days end in Terrelgan, and they're head over heels to see us. Michael Jones knew it wouldn't be easy, but there was no way he was going to give up.
so proud to wear his helmet and his shoes. And to get a ton for it.
A protective service officer with police, his job is to guard Victoria's governor, but he has a higher calling this tour. He's riding 2 stages for his son Nathan. Michael hasn't ridden a bike since he was 15. Back then, it didn't even have gears. Now, at 62, age can't stop him.
Oh, look, I'm thrilled to be able to ride in Nathan's honour. I'm riding because Nathan can't.
After joining the 2015 Signature Tour, Nathan desperately wanted to saddle up again, but it wasn't to be. Recurring melanoma showed no mercy, taking his life and leaving wife Lisa and 3 gorgeous young girls without a loving husband and dad.
I was there, we were all there when he did pass away, and it was really sad. I had my head on his chest and listened to his last breath and last heartbeat. It's not getting any easier, but we are coping because we have to.
Turn a blind eye with a
Every night at mealtime, Lisa and the girls burn a candle for Nathan, in memory of the man who was the light of their lives. Urged on by friends and wife Elvie, Michael took up the tour challenge, riding in Nathan's gear and helmet.
Fortunate we're probably the same size, but look, I'll never fill those shoes. I'll never be as what Nathan was.
Nathan's resting place is near Michael's home, and he visits daily to tell him what's been going on. Also inspired by Nathan, sister Olivia. The eldest of 6 children, she loved him to bits.
It's been extremely difficult, you know.
Tell me secrets and ask me questions. Oh, let's go back to the start.
It's Olivia's first tour, and she's at the head of the pack, keeping the riders and her dad safe from harm.
I saw what it did for Nathan, and I'd love to be a part of that.
For Lisa, her commitment to Tour de Cure just grows stronger. The night before the tour started, she left a letter thanking riders for raising the research money that helped give Nathan an extra 4 years with his family.
During these 4 years, he got to be a husband and dad and watch his 3 girls grow. He got to teach them how to ride bikes, see them start kinder in school, and love them like every dad should.
Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said.
He'd be laughing. I think he'd be saying, "Why the hell are you doing this?" Yeah. No, I know he'd be with me all the way.
We're rolling.
4 days in, and we have passed a magic mark. We've now raised over $4 million for cancer research, support and prevention. We're well on track to our goal, but we've got to keep pushing. Dee Montague-Jones has a smile as wide as a country mile. A guest rider in her first tour, Dee is getting by with a little help from 3 friends who volunteered to ride with her. Dee's battle with cancer began with a lump in her breast.
It turned out to be a benign phylloide. Phylloide is a really rare form of breast cancer. Phylloides have this wonderful thing that they keep coming back and they grow really fast.
After having her 4th child, she discovered another 2-centimetre lump. She saw a surgeon who recommended a mastectomy. For Dee, Tour de Cure has proven the best medicine.
Best medicine out. It's been amazing.
In fact, she's blown away, just like the rest of us.
On days like this, I've never ridden in such wind. I was so scared. I was holding on.
Jerry, the conditions on the road up ahead are not good. There's so much shit down.
Oh, shiver me timbers. This is unreal. We're in Gulf Coast winds up on a ridge. And we are literally battling the most terrific crosswind. Worst conditions I have ever ridden in 8 years of Tour de Cure. That wind is like someone having 2 hands on your shoulder just trying to push you off the side.
What's the verdict? That's pretty wild.
We're just going to call it for now. This front's literally about to hit us. Stage looks like it's over, man. You're done.
Okay, well, the most important thing always on this ride is safety.
Absolutely.
It was very hard. But Nathan was there, so it was good.
A first for Tour de Cure. Day 4 cut 30 kilometres short by 80 km/h winds. Day 5 of Tour de Cure, and we've added some homegrown Hollywood star power. Actor Eric Bana.
So, Eric, why did you want to come and do Tour de Cure?
It's something I've been wanting to do for many, many years, and I just haven't been able to pull it off logistically, but you're close to my home turf here, so it was an easy yes today.
What do you expect from today?
I'm expecting to be well protected, a lot of jokes, a lot of food and coffee I've been promised, and I've organised no wind.
How's this little group? Jens Voigt, 17 Tour de France's. Drew Ginn, 3 Olympic gold medals. Eric Bana, international acting legend. And me. Pick the old bloke out, Jens.
Ask me what I did with my life. I spent it. If I lose my fame and fortune, as long as I got you, baby. Let the hand drop so wide. Let the hand drop so wide. Let the hand drop so wide.
Melbourne at its pristine best. The sun's shining, not a breath of wind, and we're in St Kilda. Dead ahead, the spirit of Tassie. She's leaving. No, only dates. G'day. This is one of the most awesome moments of any Tour de Cure, riding onto the spirit of Tasmania. Ahead of us and overnight, tomorrow morning when she pulls in, we get off in Devonport and away we go to begin our adventure in Tasmania. G'day, mate. And there we are.
I'm riding with Tour de Cure this year in memory of my father. His message to me was to continue the charity journey with Tour de Cure to ensure that my children and children to come don't suffer through the journey that we have.
Back in 2011, I lost my dad to lung and brain cancer. And then last year, I lost 3 people who were in their 40s, including my stepbrother Andrew, who died from bowel cancer. So I want a cancer-free world, that's why I'm here.
I'm riding Tour de Cure in support of Penny, my wife, went through breast cancer in 2008. This is our way of giving back to what a lot of people gave us.
My main reason for coming on Tour de Cure was to spread the be fit, be healthy, be happy message to all the children at the regional schools along the way.
Last year I was diagnosed with stage 3 bowel cancer in January, so I had major surgery, chemo, and then during that they actually found a benign brain tumour in my head as well. So I now ride to help find a cure for cancer, but also to reduce my own chances of recurrence. And also I've got 3 young girls, so reduce the chances of them ever having to go through what I have in the last year.
No matter what you're giving, it's no matter what you're saying, cause we're doing it all the same. No matter where you are, where you're coming from, put your hand on your heart, don't wait.
It's our last 4 days of tour, let's make it a big one.
You are where you're coming from, put your hand on your heart, don't wait. Yeah, you know that I, we, me, us, we're doing it all the same. No matter where you are, where you're coming from, put your hand on your heart, don't wait. Yeah, you know that I, we, me, us, we're doing it all the same.
Tasmanian riders make up 10% of this big group. It's an awesome representation. Ange is one of them. We're going towards her home city of Launceston. Ange, what can we expect from Tassie?
Brett's going to have some wonderful countryside. 5k's in and you've already seen a little bit of it. Lots of nice hills to climb, which I'm sure you'll be loving that.
No matter what you're giving, it's no matter what you're saying, cause we're doing it all the same.
That was a killer of a hill. If one thing we knew Tassie would be good for, it's these hills. Just go straight up. This is the Tamar Valley. It's one of Tasmania's real jewels. And we're heading towards Beaconsfield, which is a name famous in Australia for the mining disaster.
Yes, listen to the cheer from the crowd. They have walked out.
That is them.
Brant Webb and Todd Russell are on the surface.
It's been really good to come back to Beaconsfield. I mean, we were here during the mine disaster, and I mean, that image became iconic. All of Australia saw that night after night for so long.
$5 donation for Tour de Cure.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'll put that in a tin. There's a hug.
Before we go, we have a date at the local school.
You know I'm back, like I never left. Another sprint, another step. Another day, another breath. Been chasing dreams, but I never slept. I got a new attitude and a lease on life. It's a piece of mind and shit, I'm straight. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, get on my way. I'm running late.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this.
We've copped a little bit of weather. Well, we've copped a lot of weather. We're soaked. We have been for the last hour or so. I feel like a shaggy dog. Good job, team.
Darren Armstrong is living proof of why we need to keep pedalling. Just a month before setting off, he wasn't even sure whether he'd make it, let alone get the doctors all clear to ride.
I won't say I would have ignored his advice if he had said no, but I might have snuck away.
Once again, Darren was in the fight of his life. In 2013, he told of his struggle after the discovery of a salivary gland tumour. This after enduring testicular cancer some years earlier.
We thought we'd been through enough.
Now, just weeks away from his 4th tour, he's undergone surgery again, this time to remove a lesion in his left lung. The cancer had spread from his mouth.
A few years back, the general consensus was that if this type of tumour spreads to your lungs, it's effectively terminal. And that's not the sort of thing that you want to even contemplate.
Married with 2 children, Darren inspires everyone with his extraordinary will to live.
It's going to be a long process, I think, and I have that mindset, and it's very fortunate. My wife does as well. Sue is very level-headed about this, and is like a rock to be quite honest, to put up with everything that I present to her.
Darren sees the tour as a potential lifesaver, not just for others, but also for himself.
For me personally, everything that I've done and the work that the Tour de Cure does translates directly into saving lives, my life. It doesn't get any more real than that.
And a footnote. A day after the tour ended, Darren was back in hospital having a tumour in his bowel removed. It proved benign, but according to his specialist, was one step away from being bad. Some good news at last for a man who's faced his fair share of battles. Morning in Launceston. And it's an early start for young Tristan Stevens and his mum Jodie. They've come along to support 7 times Tour de Cure veteran Lisa Healy.
In my heart, he holds a very special place.
Tristan's battle with acute lymphoblastic leukemia and a close bond with his mum inspire Lisa to keep riding. The young Livewire is now in remission, and this morning we have a little surprise.
Hey, guess what we got for you?
Check it out! A shiny new bike.
Your very own?
Definitely mine.
I'm speechless. This will give him a reason to get out there. It's been a perfect experience.
Rolling out of Launceston on day 7 of the Tour de Cure, and we are handing over to Jens Voigt. Jens, it's your day today.
Trust me, follow me. What can go wrong? Oh, we're big holes.
We've got a bit of a climb up here to get out of town, Jens. You know, they call it the Hill of Death.
No, really?
Yes, Hill of Death.
Holy smokes, now you put fear into my heart.
That hill.
I'ma keep on running cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
There is a swelling storm, and I'm caught up in the middle of it all. And it takes control of the person that I thought I was, the boy I used to know.
Time for a breather and a change of bikes.
$1,000. That is awesome. That deserves a round of applause. Fantastic.
And a present for birthday boy James Togo.
Happy birthday, JT. Awesome. Good, you okay? I'll hold your chair. In for massive, just my size.
Along the way, an insight from Jens about his passion for cycling, which began while growing up in the former East Germany.
When I was a kid, we didn't have a car yet. My parents were working class, so the first bike I got meant its freedom. It was my way to explore the world.
Married with 6 children, Jens readily admits life has been kind to him. Tour de Cure is his way of giving back to those less fortunate.
I've seen how quick life can change. I had somebody, I was rooming with him in my first Tour de Cure 3 years ago, and now he's passed away. cancer has taken him.
Before joining this year's ride, his first time ever in Tasmania, he completed the so-called Everest Challenge on a climb outside Berlin, raising $42,000 for Tour de Cure.
It took me 26 hours. I ended up with about 410 kilometers, but I managed the 9,000 meters vertical altitude of climbing. But yeah, it took me 100 laps, 100 times up and down.
Thanks for leading us today.
Always my pleasure.
Danke.
Bitte schön.
Well done, that was brilliant.
It was a great job.
Mate, thanks very much.
No worries.
Appreciate the help.
Lots of hills today, man.
Lots of hills today.
Tomorrow's good. Nice open coast road. You have a good day tomorrow.
Beautiful. Look forward to it.
No
Thanks,
worries.
mate.
All right,
See ya.
mate.
So off we roll, day 8, the second last day of the Tour de Cure for 2017. And we are heading out of St Helens on a beautiful, crisp Tasmanian morning. Great to see some gorgeous sunshine, and this is one of the world's great little hideaways. Between St Helens and Swansea on a gorgeous day in Tassie. I tell you, these roads, you've got to ride them to believe in. The views are something else. The Tour de Cure takes us to some great locations, but Bicheno, it's got to be one of the very best, and to make it even better, all the school kids from the Bicheno Public School have come out on their bikes to escort us in. This is Sienna, who's looking after me. How am I going, Sienna? All right? Good, I'm going good. St Helens to Swansea, 125 sizzling kilometres. We made it!
The final day, and emotions are mixed. There's excitement about seeing families again, and enormous pride in what we've achieved, but also sadness at farewelling new friends.
Oh, look, I've had an unbelievable time. It's just been everything I hoped it would be and more. I came over here knowing only a handful of people that I trained with, and I'm going home with, 100 odd new mates.
What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever after? What about us? What
just get a feeling that everyone is very keen to get to the finish line. Hey, how good are Tasmanian police? Beautiful escort to get us into Hobart to the finish line to see the Premier. They're a good bunch. Thanks, guys. Hobart, we have come from Mount Hotham! Final turn. Ah, this is awesome. There you guys. What a turn, boy. Hobart does it every time. Such a good arrival here. It's so good to come to Hobart. Look at this. What else do you get this? What an awesome turn.
It doesn't get any better. 11th signature tour, and we're just so blessed with such beautiful people.
Massive amount of money raised, massively hard slog, and here we are with family and friends. Couldn't ask for anything more. It's great to be here.
You know, 9 days ago I didn't know anyone, and now it feels like, you know, we're best of friends and family.
Also arriving safely but nursing 4 stitches after that gravel crash, 57-year-old Wendy Wood, a school colleague of Nathan Jones.
A couple of weeks before he passed away, I visited him in hospital and I said, does any other old women do the tour, Jonesy? And he just looked at me and said, Wendy, you'll be fine, you'll love it. So he was absolutely my inspiration. Yeah.
Lifelong friendships here, united by a rotten disease, but friends all the same.
We did it!
Friends gained and, sadly, a friend lost.
I have stage 4 widespread cancer. I'm going to die of that if I don't get hit by a truck.
Part of the 2015 support crew, Shelley Whitehurst fought hard and had one big wish.
I want to live. That's my thing. And if I only have a limited time, I'm going to jam as much into that time as possible.
Shelley enriched and inspired everyone she met.
From my perspective, it's actually been an absolute joy meeting Shelley and being able to look after her.
Shelley was brutally honest about the reality of cancer. Putting words into action, she co-developed Kit for Cancer, designed to make treatment more dignified and bearable.
So don't be afraid to let them show.
Never backward, Shelley shared her highs and lows on Facebook. But suddenly in July, she was gone. Her posts replaced by a sea of tributes. And her signature duck face.
Please don't forget me.
We want to find a cure for this insidious disease that it doesn't matter who you are, what your standing is in the community, what your background is. It doesn't care, but we do, and we want to make a difference.
Yeah, look, I think you guys have done a terrific job for a long period of time, and it's a cause that I've been wanting to get behind.
In our lifetimes, there'll be some breakthroughs done that will really have us turning the corner on cancer.
Hope for a cure. This is the whole reason we're here. This is the whole reason you're here. Hope for a cure.